Hello, this is Carlos Ray Rees, the Strategy and Continuous Improvement Guy. And this presentation will walk you through a proposal for the implementation of the Green Belt Certification Program for Hampton products. Just to give context about this proposal, this is a mandate for operational excellence inspired by Hampton products as Hampton is trying to navigate a transformative era marked by organizational merger, new leadership, and a commitment to a one team culture. This marks a transition towards operational excellence as a strategic move. This initiative represents a vehicle to move Hampton from aspirational of growth to the fulfillment of their strategic, widely important goals by architecting a robust system of excellence. The Hampton team will bridge the gap between its high level vision and daily execution. So the proposal is more than just a green belt training. It's about fulfilling the wildly important goals that the CEO has defined, a culture of excellence. So it's not about a project implementation, but it's about how do we improve the culture of the Hampton organization. And it's about the one team reality, establishing a unified methodology that turns cross functional collaboration into a measurable competitive advantage. When you think about some of the core definitions around this initiative, you can think about operational excellence as a result of having a culture of continuous improvement. And when do we know we have a culture of continuous improvement? When everybody participates in improving every area of the organization, and this happens every day. So that's when we know that we have achieved a culture of continuous improvement. And to do that, we also want to develop a very important competency, which is problem solvers. We want everybody to be able to systematically uh, solve problems. And we want to do that by using a blended learning model that combines online and in-person training. Now, when you think about the entire uh, Lean Six Sigma system of people, you need to start with the executive champions and project sponsors. These are the leaders of the organization who understand the importance of supporting their staff to coach them and to help them remove the barriers so that they can implement those improvements. We have also a white belt certification, which is an awareness training so that people understand some of the key continuous improvement concepts. And more important, they begin to connect those concepts with their day to day job. We also have a yellow belt that at Be Better, we want people not only to participate in projects like many of the yellow belts in the market, but we want these yellow belts to be able to implement high impact, low difficulty projects applying the plan, do, check, act methodology. And then we have the green belts, which it's the emphasis of this proposal, which is people understanding the application of the methodology they make, which stands for define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. We are proposing a pilot with 15 people, three from the different areas of the organization, so that we can cover the entire organization. And then there's the certified black belt, which is people that are the strategies behind continuous improvement, and they are able and capable to manage complex initiatives. The goal will be that we develop a career plan where the people who are participating in the green belt later they could become black belts, and later when we cascade this initiative to probably hourly staff and they take the yellow belt, then they will have a path to grow uh, when they want to continue their journey and to get certified as green belts. Let's talk about the bridge, which is the idea that these green belt projects will serve as the bridge to help the CEO and the SLT to fulfill their widely important goals. These are not academic exercises, these are real world initiatives designed to solve friction points across the entire organization. And of course, this project need to be linked to a SLT member so that they become the executive champions of these projects. And we will need to make sure that these are high impact, medium difficulty projects that can be completed in a time frame of 6 to 8 months, because we want to make sure that these projects have a beginning and an end so that we can close those projects and we can celebrate. And like I said, we want to identify these projects across the different departments of the organization, such as engineering, marketing, operations, sales, so that we can eliminate silos. But for this to be successful, we need to have a governance. We need to clearly define different roles and responsibilities within this initiative, starting with the executive champions, which is the members of the SLT. We need to have sponsors of this project, which are the people, the supervisors of the green belts who will be leading those projects. We have the green belts who are the participant of this program. We have the project team who are the people that will support the green belts and will also be part of the implementation of the improvement plan. We want to also activate people who has the knowledge of continuous improvement in Hampton. I know there are people in Hampton with really uh, good level of expertise in the area of Lean Six Sigma. So we want to use these people so that they can mentor some of the green belts that will participate in this initiative. And then of course myself, who are going to be I'm going to be coaching and providing the training and ensuring that we complete the certification through the Be Better online platform, as well as the trainings that we will be offering face to face. So let's talk a little bit about the roadmap of how to implement this training. So we want to make sure that this green belts that will participate, let's think that we start with 15 participants, that they complete a white belt certification as part of the prerequisite. We want to make sure that these people are committed to the journey. This 4 hour training can be taken online, but they will need to apply these principles to a participant guide. They need to complete a participant guide where they're going to begin to connect the dots between the concepts and the principles of continuous improvement and their day-to-day job. So we also want to provide a 4 hours workshop to the champion and the sponsor that will be supporting these green belts. And this is going to be not a dead by PowerPoint, but more a hands on workshop where the CEO, the SLT, and the project sponsors will become better at coaching uh, via the MAKE methodology. We will also teach them some important principles of Toyota Kata, and we will also practice and ensure that we have a cadence of accountability to support these projects. Now, the green belts will go through a 5 day um, training divided by 2 consecutive days where they will get the make overview. They will also we will cover the define and measurement phase, and then they will um, apply some of the things they learn to their projects. And this is where they're going to be having some coaching and mentoring along the way. Then, after 2 weeks, we can bring them back to offer them 2 additional days where we will cover the analyze, improve, and control phase. They will then go back and continue to apply these principles and methodologies and tools to their projects. And then we will bring them for a 5th day where we will do a champion review where they will be presenting to the sponsors and the leadership team. So, of course, you may be thinking, well, Carlos, this is a lot of time. And yes, remember, we said at the beginning, this is not just providing a training and then um, wasting your money and not achieving the desired outcome, which is improving the culture of Hampton. That's why this is more an investment for the long term future of the organization. Once we do this, we're going to be able to repeat this. And of course, the second time is going to be easier, and we will be able to scale this initiative. So that's why we are asking the leadership team, the CEO, the SLT, the sponsors to spend a 4 hour hands on workshop that I explained, plus the hour monthly coaching that they will have to do as they guide the green belts in their projects. The green belts, of course, will need to participate in the face-to-face training as well as completing the white belt certification, and they will need to dedicate time to implementing the improvement plans associated with their projects. And then the team members that will support the green belts will also need to dedicate time, one, to complete the white belt training, but also to participate in probably 1 hour or 2 hours per week, and then to help the green belt to implement the changes associated with the improvements that they identify. What are some of the keys to success? One is ensuring strategic alignment. Every project must be linked to the widely important goals, and we need to make sure that we know that these projects are going to move the needle. We want to make sure that we select the right people to participate, especially during this pilot, because we want this group to become the leaders in continuous improvement of the different areas that they represent. We want the CEO to set this as one of the strategic priorities so that he can help us to hold the teams accountable to the progress and completion of these projects. And we want to do that by having triple accountability. One, the green belt holding the team accountable to the action plans that they're going to define. Two, the sponsors providing coaching and removing barriers for the green belt. And then regular reporting to the champion and the CEO to ensure that there is progress and that we will be able to close these projects after 6 to 8 months of starting with this initiative. Once we do that, we will pause, reflect about lessons learned, and then we will be hopefully deploying our next phase where we can now start cascading these to the yellow belts and then having more projects, and then moving these green belts to become the black belts of the organization. So I hope you like this presentation. Let me know if you have any feedback or any comments so that we can adjust this initiative. And remember, don't let perfection get in the way of better. Thanks.